What is it? Morning after? Oh, okay. Good morning. There. One of those days. Okay, bear with me. I haven't had anywhere near enough coffee yet. It's around here somewhere. Anyway, I'll find it. I have to find it. Coffee is very important. Anyway. Okay. I've got a knife today to show everybody. Now, I've had a whole bunch of small videos, the short ones there, and one a little bit longer one on this one. And anyway, here it is. Whew. Yeah, I know. This is one of those ones that's kind of developed over the course of its time there when I was working on it. I got a couple other ones here too. I can't remember where that is either. See, that's what happens when you don't have enough coffee. You know, I've talked to a lot of people that don't drink coffee. I just don't understand that. How could that be? I mean, especially in the morning. I mean, okay, well, I have 1 cup in the morning. Okay. I have 1 pot in the morning usually, but anyway. Okay, it's going to be one of those videos, so. Alright, now if I don't cut the hell out of my finger, because I can't hold it up like I normally do. Alrighty. There it is. Oh, it can hold. Mercy. Just look at that wood. I mean, come on. I'm not sure if I can go on. Anyway, this is what happens when knife people, like me, and like you guys out there, obviously, look at a knife like that. Okay? And that kind of tiger maple on there. Gunstock tiger maple. It was a special piece I had left over. I've said this before. You know, I used to be a furniture maker a long time ago. And I used a lot of tiger maple back then. And I have a whole bunch left over. And I always save the really good stuff, even if it's small. Makes for a nice handle on a knife. You know, you don't need an awful lot of it. So, now, as you can see, this is made from another one of those horseshoe rasps. Okay, the real old ones. Well, they're probably not that old. But anyway, they're really good ones. And I only use Heller rasps because they're high carbon, about 1095. And you can tell, we've talked about this before. Some of those rasps aren't any good, and they're not good for a knife. It might be okay for a horseshoe rasp at the time, but it's not any good for a knife. So, we'll do another one of those videos later. I'm rambling again. That coffee's got to be here somewhere. Anyway. Alright, so you see that brass blade guard on there? Those are a pain in the ass, okay? Just in case you didn't know, I mean, they just... You have to... You know, there's a tang that goes right down through there, okay? And it's smaller, obviously, than the handle is, so it'll fit in there. But that brass blade guard, you have to mill it out on a milling machine, okay? For those of you who don't know what that means, it's like a giant drill press on steroids. And it uses a special bit, and you mill the slot out. And then I silver solder it on there. I don't know if you can see that on there. So, isn't that a cool blade? Whew. There's noises in here somewhere. Okay, it's probably the dog. Maybe it's my coffee. Trying to find me. Anyway, okay. So, and it has, it's a little hard to see, but there's 2 leather spacers right there too. It's probably one of them damn giant bugs that come in here in the summertime. Yeah. Okay. Anyway. Yep. 2 leather spacers right there. And that was silver soldered on, like I say. And of course I drill out the handle, and then you have to fit that just right. Of course that takes time too. These are, you know, labor intensive. And then you have to sharpen that booger. Okay, so, you know, obviously it's a dagger. It's a double-sided blade. You know, see that line right there? That has to be ground just right, even on both sides. And that can be a square pain right in the back side. Okay? And it has to be done right. And then when you go to sharpen it, you got a sharp spot right there on this side when you're putting your finger there trying to grind. And anyway, it's a little bit of a pain. But how long is this thing? Oh, by the way, this one is spoken for, so I usually say that at some point here. So It is. So anyway, a little over 5 inches on the blade, and overall I think it was about 9 3/4. So what I call this knife, I think I might need a haircut. Jeez, is a gambler's hideout dagger. Okay, now you think of Tombstone, okay, that movie with Val Kilmer and yeah, right, okay. Obviously another sign of lack of caffeine. So he pulls it out. Remember in that scene where he was talking to Johnny or whatever the hell that other gambler guy was there? Anyway, he pulls his dagger out and he stabs him because he put his guns down, you know. And this is kind of along those lines of a hideout dagger. Okay, you know, this is something that you can keep hidden. Although I wouldn't want to take that. See, I put a button stud on there, and that's a traditional fastener. See, it comes off pretty easy, but I don't like having knives that just have the knife blade in there. You know, it sits in there pretty good, but you don't want anything flopping out and losing the little guy there. You know. So, see, I did all that fancy tooling on there. Nothing too crazy, but it looks like you know, kind of Western gambler type of thing. All right, so I guess that's about it, because I have to go find my coffee. Yeah, it's here. I know it is. Anyway, okay, so that's it for this one. I got another one in there. You might have seen it in the shorts too that I was doing. It's a leather stacked handle. I'd get up, but everything would fall over, and so would I. And, you know, just that wouldn't be good, especially since I haven't had enough coffee. Anyhow, you know, wait a minute. Here's one I can show you. All right, look at this. Boy, that's a big booger, isn't it? Yeah. This is one of my St. Lawrence Expedition knives. All right, just a little bit bigger blade, about 1.5 inches longer, I think. This one may have some finger grooves on it. I don't know. I got to figure it out. Things happen here. You know. Where's that other thing I'm working on? All right, I'm going to be show and telling here. Okay, little outdoor type of cartridge case things. All right, yeah, I got scraps from all the leather that I'm doing and stuff, and those belts. I got to show the belts at some point here. Okay, I had one short video on those, but belts have been, geez. Because you can't find a decent belt at the store nowadays anyway. They're all junk and they have cardboard inside, you know, and they just fall apart. But not mine. You know, mine are heavy duty. And I guess that's the way I like to make things. But anyway, yeah, little cartridge thing. I still got to figure out the content. Anyway, it's a knife video. So, anyway, that's about it. Sorry for all the rambling. But like I said, it's one of them days. And got a lot more coming. I'll have that other one with that leather stacked handle that I was just mentioning about. I'll grind that out at some point. It's one of those knives where, well, like this one with the handle, you have to be very careful when you're grinding, because if you go down too far, you hit the tang that's glued inside the handle, and it's completely ruined. Just like that leather stack one I've been talking about here. You'll have some moments of, oh no, did I cut down too far? You know. Anyway, so I got to be right on my game when I'm on the grinder. You always have to be on your game when you're on the grinder. On the 2x72 belt grinder. I've had a lot of people ask what the hell that is. And I'm thinking, you know, what do you call that, they say. I says, it's a belt grinder, just like I said it was. Anyhow, so, like I said, you got to be on your game when you're on that thing. Otherwise, you grind off too much wherever you are, on whatever, your finger, the blade, the handle, whatever. So, not good. So I'm not going to do that today, because apparently I still haven't had enough coffee. I think I mentioned that. Yeah. Okay. Happy Labor Day weekend, everybody. That's this weekend here. Yeah. So we're gonna have lots more coming. I mentioned about the wait list changes. I'll be talking about that again here soon in another video. So, thanks again, and have a good weekend, everybody. and we'll catch you in the next one. It's not working. Okay.